Hey guys, it's Kelsey with another scrapbooking process video. I'd like to start off by thanking everybody who watched my first video and all your kind remarks. It really helped a lot with pushing me to do the second one. So this one's a little different than the first one. I kind of did a more monochromatic, less paper layer, more mixed media type layout. It's different than my normal style, but I like how it turned out. Kind of was more of a graphic take. So I just started with picking out those two papers from the Simple Stories, the Reset Girl. That plus sign black paper jumped out at me, and then I really liked how that mint paper went with it. So I'm just going to cut down this mint paper so I have a nice, I think it's a 1/2 inch border of that black paper going around the outside. And that's kind of where I'm going to start my design. And then of course I'm going to gut this because I do not want to waste that black paper. There we go. I didn't gut the paper that went behind the photo because it's just that cheap black paper that comes preloaded with page protectors, so I don't mind wasting that because I have hundreds of that left over from where I replace it with my real pages in the albums. So I'm going to try and use up some wood veneer here, so I'm just going through my stash and pulling out anything I think I might use. I'm really inspired by Jen Schow's Use It or Lose It series, where she's kind of going through her supplies and trying to use up stuff she has a surplus of. So I'm going to see how much I can get on this page without it looking cluttered. And then I'm just starting with my title. I knew right away I wanted to call this Boys Will Be Boys, because that's my dog Billy and my boyfriend just hanging out while I'm at work. And then I decided to try some mixed media. I only have the white texture paste, that's the Ranger texture paste, which is really nice. So I just mix it with whichever color acrylic paint I want it to be. And it can go on any layout, because you can kind of customize the color that way. I got that stencil at Tuesday Mornings. I forgot where it's from, but it came in a set of 4, and it's nice because it kind of has a sticky background, so it sticks to your paper, so it doesn't really move when you push that texture paste through it. And now I'm just going to paint that card that I know I want to use with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. There's some really subtle detail on that card I didn't want to cover up with paint. So this Heidi Swapp Color Shine is really thin, so it takes on the color, but it doesn't fill in all of those little details. My boyfriend's playing a car racing game, so I thought it was appropriate. I've had that car in my stash forever, so I'm happy to get it used up. So I know I want that photo coming off of that mixed media, and I'm kind of going to build the title above that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down because I know that's where that's going to go. And people have asked me how I glue down those Heidi Swapp plastic pieces because they don't have any adhesive on it. You can pretty much use any white glue that dries clear and it'll work. That's just the Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue there that I used. And now, I'm sorry I'm off screen, but I'm just picking out the letters I need from the Holtz Idea-ology label letters for the rest of the title. I decided to build the title up through the center of the page, but I'm going to end up moving it over because I don't like that gap between that car and the title and the mixed media. Kind of feels like the picture's being pulled in 2 different directions. And now I'm just pulling out some more wood veneer to kind of spread around the page in 3 separate areas. So I'm going to paint those black as well with the Color Swapp Black Color Shine. And I thought I'd use some vellum to add some texture. I really like using more paper layers than end up being on this one. So I was really trying to add more. But I kept feeling like it was pulling away from the mixed media and the graphic nature I was going for with this design, so I ended up not using any vellum. So then I'm just scooching everything over. I like it way better when it's kind of all coming off of that mixed media. Pretty much just putting these right back where I originally had them. That color shine dries pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait very long, which is nice. And you can really see on the card with the way the light's hitting the page, how those little details that are in that wood veneer that you'd cover up if you used a thicker paint. And then I just moved the arrow to nestle in that gap. I didn't like how it was on the back of the car, so that looks a lot better to me. So again, just planning out my journaling so I know what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, where I draw in my lines using my grid mat. Some of the lines this time turned out a little crooked because I didn't have that hard plastic piece I used to draw with last time. I just used some plastic packaging, which is not very stiff, so as you imagine, when you put your pen against it, it wiggles a little, but you can't really tell once all the journaling's done. Just adding the date down there with those same label letters. And I'm not going to draw all the lines in because this is bigger journaling that I did last time, so I don't want to draw more than I need. So I'm going to draw what I know I'll use, and then I'll just draw lines as I go, as I need them. That's a line that went wonky. So the journaling just says, I get pictures like these all the time at work from Marcus. Billy really has it made with Marcus and I having opposite work schedules. He gets to snuggle with me at night and then hang out with Marcus all day. Pictured is my 70-pound dog sitting on Marcus's lap while he plays Forza Horizon 3. Love these boys. They're both goobers, but I love them. And that's the last line. So after this, I add some enamel dots from the My Mind's Eye Hey Mister collection. I put enamel dots or Nouveau drops on almost every layout. I just think they're the perfect finishing touch, and they kind of add that dimension and texture. But after that, I'm done. So this is a different page. I hope you guys like the mixed media. I'm glad I could use up some more wood veneer. But again, just let me know if there's anything you see I can fix. I tried adding some music in this one so there weren't such quiet spaces. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the feedback.